You know, truth be told, I would have gone out there and started dancing with those Irish folk. They were vibing. You know, I've been saying for a few months now that I've been having a hard time finding a movie that's going to get me back into the passion of movie reviews. It's been a long time. You've seen, I have not posted one movie review this entire year because there really hasn't been anything. I mean, there's been The Wolfman, a few things. Hey, I've enjoyed them, but to sit down, record a video, talk to you, and to explain my passion and just overall admiration for a film, one hasn't come around until now. Hey everybody, welcome to Gen X Reviews. My name is Rudy A. I give movie reviews from a Gen X point of view, and I'll be honest, this is the first movie experience. I went in last Saturday, right? I went by myself thinking, you know what? I'm just going to see it real quick. People are talking about it. I love Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, just so everybody knows, inspired me. He was the one who got me off my ass to do movie reviews. My very first review is for Creed, because I just love what he had done, honoring the Rocky franchise and creating a new narrative, a new story. It was a beautiful movie. So you know what? That's going to be my first movie review. So I owe that to Ryan Coogler. So anything he does, he's got my money. So I went into Sinners and I left the theater just like, okay. All right. I get in the car. I record a quick reaction review and I call my wife and I'm like, you know what? We're seeing this again tomorrow. So this is the first movie since Endgame that I've seen twice in the theaters. It's that fucking good. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers run into their Mississippi hometown to start all over again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. There are so many layers to this movie. There are so many items of folklore, religion, racism, hate. There's so many layers in this vampire movie that it's so tough to just talk about everything or try to with just a simple review. This movie is so layered. That's what I text my friend group at the end. I couldn't believe the folklore and just so much about it. I couldn't believe it was so deep. It's such a deep movie, and you can walk away with at least a couple of narratives, maybe 5 or more, after seeing this movie, and it's that good. In essence, we have twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, played by Michael B. Jordan, and I have to admit, the technology nowadays is actually getting really good. I know we had some Warner Brother movie from a couple years ago, The Flash, where we had 2 Ezra Millers, and it looked kind of fake here and there. But this is the first movie experience where we have one actor playing twins, in my opinion, that looks seamless. I actually believed halfway through the movie that these are 2 completely different people. And the way they filmed them together effortlessly, it just looks real, authentic. There's never any scene where the CGI was so distracting it took me out of the experience. So kudos to the special effects group and how they filmed that. It was just flawlessly executed. But these 2 twin brothers arriving from Chicago, they made some money from Prohibition and they're looking to go build their own juke joint. And in this juke joint, they go and circle back with some old friends that come help them with the reopening. And then there's vampires. But the performances, this is a grade A cast. You have Wami Musaku. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Miles Caton. This is his first theatrical release in any movie he's ever done. And he was perfect in this movie. Jamie Lawson, Omar Benson Miller from 8 Mile, you remember him? Dorley Lindo, I hope I'm saying his name correctly because I love him in other films that he's done. And of course, the one everyone's talking about, Josh Allen's fiance, Haley Steinfeld. This cast brought their A game. Everybody, there isn't a weak link in this film. Everybody was just perfect in this movie. I'm trying to be critical with the performances, but there wasn't one performance at all that was lacking. And I got to hand it to director Ryan Coogler. The guy masterfully weaves together elements of horror, history, music, and treating the film that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. I mean this, like you will leave this film thinking about so many different narratives and so many items that you can touch on historically. It's that good. But I think the one compelling thing that everybody's walking away with is the music in this film. There's that one scene where Preacher Boy is playing music, and he was been warned by his father that he was so talented that it can summon the devil in spirits. And he didn't believe it, of course, but now we kind of see this kind of happen in a wonder. I don't think it was a wonder. I have to look into that. But the fact that it's capturing the future and past elements of his heritage and blues, and depending on who they're around, their ancestry comes into play. And I will admit, when the scene first started, I was like, what the hell is going on? It kind of took me out of the movie experience. But as I sat there and just listened to the music and the narrative that's going on, explaining the power of music, I finally accepted it and kind of fell into that. And it was just a beautiful way to capture the power of music. And I'll be honest, like a part of me connected to this as well, because I remember as a kid growing up, and for those who don't know, I grew up in a poverty area of the like low income Hispanics and Black folk. There was a thing that they would always say to us kids, like never play music after midnight. Because you'll invite the devil. So that kind of reminded me of the folklore I grew up with, and it just made it more real for me and connected with me in a way I haven't felt in a very long time. He even goes into detail in explaining how the blues more or less was originated. There's one scene where it's Michael B. Jordan, Preacher Boy, and Delroy Lindo, where Delroy's telling a story about one of his friends. It's a tragic story, but at the end, he's in so much pain, he starts to kind of moan and sing, and they play some blues in the car. And I love how it just explains how the power of blues, the roots of it. And if you think about it, blues is the origin of everything we know in popular American today, from Elvis Presley to Johnny Cash to the Ramones. It's all rooted in blues, and how music in itself is rooted in pain. You see, there's so many narratives you can go with, but it's that deep. And I really appreciate that scene because it really just showcases to us the origin of blues. I have to admit, I'm very excited for Ryan Coogler. I love what he's doing. I hear he's actually working on a reboot of the X-Files, and that's the franchise I grew up with in the 90s. I trust him, just like James Gunn. I trust him. Everything he's done, I loved, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. But this is such a young, talented, brilliant director. I love the originality of his films. This is an original IP, everybody. This is the first non-sequel, non-reboot that we've had in a very long time that's successful and is connecting with audiences. And I hope this inspires other filmmakers to kind of follow along that trend and make more films like this that are just rooted in just what we are. And this is what's powerful to this movie to me. This is my favorite movie of the year. This is my favorite movie of quite some time, maybe since Oppenheimer. It's been a very long time that I've been this passionate about a film and just been excited to go see it again. Again, I can see it again. I saw it again a second time. There's so many things that I missed initially that I caught the second time around. It's that good. So if you haven't seen Sinners, by the love of Christ and all that's holy, go check it out. See it in theaters. You have to see the theatrical experience. Don't see it on your laptop. I'm going to try to see it again in IMAX before it has its theatrical run. But it's that good. It really is that good. And if you've been following me, you know that I'm dead inside. I'm really not a fan of movies nowadays. But this movie just reignited that fire in me. This film is that good. It's worth your money. It's worth your time. Go check it out. See it twice. It's that good. I'm giving Sinners a thumbs up, a 100%, 5 stars. Best movie of the year so far. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed my review. Again, I'm sorry if I was a little off. I'm trying to get back into the flow of things, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to see more of these reviews. Leave some comments down below. What did you think of Sinners? Did you enjoy it? Do you think it's overhyped, or did you love it? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And as always, thank you for watching Gen X Reviews. My name is Rudy. I am the other guy, and I'll top stream the shortest one, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Take care. Bye-bye.